Coming up, we discuss the Russian mafia, tell spooky stories, and poop jokes.
Welcome to 180, the new comedy talk show where we review the past week in just 3 minutes.
As you can see, this is episode 2. That means NBC has decided to renew our show for 8 more seasons after our pilot. That even includes 2 more seasons after Aazam dies.
But we're still on the run from the Russian mafia.
Thanks to our good old pal Stravinsky.
More on that later.
Hi everyone, how's your week been? Mine's been great.
Somewhat implausibly, we're still working on our new music video, which will be out shortly.
In the spirit of Halloween, we're going to be telling 2 30-second spooky stories each.
These improvised stories are going to be part of a new segment we call Scary or Not Very, and go.
Okay, so once upon a time, there was a man and his girlfriend. They were sitting in a car together, and they were in love, and they were listening to the music together. And then in the music there comes a crackling sound. It goes, and a voice comes over and it says, "Drive, drive." So they start driving, and they get into a car crash, and they were dead all along.
Okay, it's time.
And go.
So, well, the thing is, there was like these parents, and then they were starting their family up, and then one day, they heard the words, something creative. They heard those words, so the creative ones, and so then they were like, oh man, these are the words, I don't know who said those, and then 10 years later they hear the same words, and then they're like, oh man, I don't know, but then every time they hear the words, life gets worse, and then they heard the words the third time and they died, so it was scary. So we've got our guest judge here, and he's going to tell us who's scary and who's not very. Who's the better story? So to finish off today's episode, I've come up with a game. The idea of the game is I'm going to read an Amazon review to Charlie and Andy, and they're going to guess whether it's fake or real. Here's a 1-star review entitled, "Do not test the bears." If you're thinking that all these people are lying in their reviews, think again. I doubt it so much. I ate about 40 of these bears just to see if it was all true. What happened to me next was truly gastronomical and Armageddon. It took about 3 hours for the demon bears to wake up inside of me and launch their attack. Let me be clear about one thing. This is not your typical mud butt, no. This is truly bear-generated rocket fuel, shooting out of your body and propelling you off the throne. You will not sit for minutes at a time, slowly cleansing your body of the bear. You will evacuate your bowels instantaneously, and you will do it many, many times. The fury of the bear started around 9:30 at night, and it ended this morning at 8:30. The next morning, and my insides are still churning with the full bear rage. The flatulent aftermath is just horrific. I'm not ripping farts, I am shredding them. You will fart, I guarantee it. And this is written by Rusty Shackelford. Is this a real review or a fake one?
Real. I'm gonna go with real too.
This is true. This is an actual person, Rusty Shackelford, who made this review.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of 180. We'll see you next week.